Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Phoenix Wright. This for all. How's everybody doing? I'm a bit out of breath. I just went downstairs, got myself a Snapple. I'm out of shape for sure. Just gotta breathe for a second. Alright, so we're back in court. This is possibly the final day of the second episode. So, let's do it. Nick? Yeah? Yay, more murders! I love the way you say that. More murders, of course, more murders. Did you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18 just like me? Yeah. Why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time by herself and she's so grown up. Audio's all good? Yay! That means I don't get whipped by Miss Von Karma. Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. And then you look at me and, well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial. But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through. She's gone through so much! Good morning! The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother's coming today to show her support. Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Hey, Pearls. Huh? Yes, Mr. Nick? Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today too? Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch. Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help. Mr. Nick, that's enough. You can't show weakness in front of the person you love. Pearly, not this again. She ships some. Please, can you do this for us, Pearls? Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later then. I'll leave you two to your alone time. Oh my goodness, she really ships us. Whew, thank goodness. Nick? This way, Pearls won't be able to see today's trial. What do you mean? What's going on? Oh yeah, she doesn't know. She does not know. We're gonna find everything out today. Court is now in session for Maya Fey. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. It's being transmitted live. Wait, it is transmitted live. You're gonna see Phoenix's laws all over the world. Don't be foolish, you foolish fool wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Whip! Whip! Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. That's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Fey. It's true what they say. Women really are scary when they fight. Scary? It's spooky. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct? Yes. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin. Alright, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. What? None. But Miss Von Karma, then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant? I never said that wasn't the defendant. Then what is the meaning of this? All I am saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. and I believe that is when she dropped this key. Can you substantiate your claim? Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fay, to the stand. Hello, Yoshi. It was Tomboy, right? You changed your name. Just as I suspected, Aunt Morgan. Poor Mia, she seems really torn by this. The aunt has taken the stage. Witness, name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fay, and I'm a spirit medium, in a matter of speaking. I'm sorry, but what do you mean, in a matter of speaking? Ah! I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I'm doing alright, it's Saturday. It feels like one of those really, really nice and relaxing Saturdays, of course. It's one of those Saturdays where you just want to laze around and whatnot. It took me a while to realize, what the heck do I want to stream today? It's very weird. Besides that, how's everybody doing today? You, be quiet. Now, witness. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. Wait, what in the world could have... Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room. What? She's lying! And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the chamber. All good? That's good to hear. That's good. Order! 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 Miss Fey, please testify to the court what happened during that time. Got off a week of school? Nice! I got Monday off, so 3-day weekend from work! Your Honor, I will try my best to enjoy this 3-day weekend! I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. Mia does not like this. This is her aunt on trial, and she knows something. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Then that story of you holding Maya in your arms was a lie or something? Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right. She is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. What a whip! Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. A crack? You mean a crack of the... There we go, a crack of the whip. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door and opened and into the chamber. Just now, you said those two. Who were the two people you were referring to? I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir. Crack! Lotta's not a foreigner, despite how she talks. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply could not understand her atrocious English. Not to mention, she looked awful. Disgusting. Foreigners. I can already see people in the Heartland gearing up for a riot. In any case, Sally, when you go back, you'll start doing exams? Exams happen. In any case, I have already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Oh, thanks. I gotta pay for a door that I broke down just to save somebody. Alright. I request that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. The foreigner. Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes. That is a very good point. At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another. Meanwhile, Lotta's rushing over to the courtroom to tell her what for. I was watching the stream, and I heard what you told me. Another what, madame? Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. I want to hear the end of that sentence. Well, you hope you'll do well in art? As long as you love doing it, I hope you do well as well. There was another reason you wanted both of us out that room, wasn't there? CV has finals the last week of school. Finals! Finals! Memories of the finals are coming back to me. You must testify. Why did you chase us out the room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. Because apparently your school system thinks that's a good idea? That is kinda weird though, but in college it happens, I guess. Well, more before like a winter break, there's like finals for the first semester and then break. But the same thing happens in college where you have finals the last week of school and that's it. You're done, you're gone, you're off. The lives of both the good sir and that camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself. Oh, she pushed us out because she wants us to be safe. Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Faye. You already have ideas for what to do when you leave, okay? Okay. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us. Looks like she caught us napping. She caught us slipping. That's my aunt for you. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Faye, please continue. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand and she was in a daze. During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head, and this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. She lied? But why would you lie about something like that? It is very painful for me to say this, however. The witness was lying to cover for the defendant. She was covering for Maya? No, I'm questioning that. So you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected. Something unexpected? What? Pray tell, did she... Oh! This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there is always a later. Yes, very well. Oh, why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? Now, witness, continue with what happened. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit such a thing, however. Yes. But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. Yeah, you are. There was no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember that at the time the defendant was not physically Maya Fey. Ugh! Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand. I'm 3,000 years old. But I look 32. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called. But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away? Well, yes, I would have. However, with great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. You fainted? I became dizzy and then collapsed onto the floor. How long were you unconscious? I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps. And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time. Happy? Witness, elaborate on that point for us. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. This is getting quite tough. Is that because you were unconscious? Why, yes. Great, well, now what? So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went. I would think that's obvious, good sir. If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the chamber at all? Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself. Oh yeah, that is true. It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this. What the key word here is this witness.
What do you mean by that?
It means she has another witness up her sleeve. That's what. It looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness.
That's enough. From what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. And from what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber. I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt. Famous last words.
Now, let us take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the chamber?
Yes. That is—
Be quiet, you! Now then, what the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person.
She went to speak with someone? Who could it be? Who was it?
The prosecution calls Miss Eeny Miny Meeny Mo, who was sleeping in the side room at the time.
Eeny Miny?
I think you can see where this is headed. It's Eeny Miny, everybody! Yay! Witness, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is like Eeny Miny, and I'm gonna get tired of this voice like real soon. I'm like researching like parapsychology stuff at the university.
What is this parapsychology?
Let's see. It's like, I guess, most people call it occult stuff.
Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means.
Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself.
Yes, sir.
Now then, Miss Miney.
Wow, the judge is getting ordered around.
After the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct? Well, like, I guess. If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is alright, isn't it, Your Honor?
Yes, sir. For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine. For my sake. Don't tell me she whipped the spine out of your back. Oh, my spine!
I have the judge's spine! Like, when the channeling started, I was like, sleeping in the side room. Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. I, like, hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy in, like, a sad way. My sister, she, like, told me something, like, totally terrible.
My goodness, I'm already tired of that voice. Now hold your horses, young lady. You're saying the person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey?
Really now, Your Honor. Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at that time.
Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister?
Yes, Mimi Miney. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic.
Oh, well, this is...
Witness. Like, yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to? Of course.
Miss Miney, please.
My sister, like, this is what she said to me. That was no accident.
Oh.
I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it, Eenie?
Ah, she took her revenge? Are you sure that's what she said?
Yes. There, are you satisfied, Your Honor?
I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit will go so far as to use a medium to get revenge.
It is a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. Bow. The end.
No, not the end. What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie?
Of course it was, Phoenix.
Mia, what do you mean?
It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find out one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies.
Tapestry of lies? Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder.
Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish drabble. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last.
Oh, we're going to make this more entertaining than the last. Let's cross-examine.
Like when the channeling started, I was like sleeping in the side room, like.
Was that because of your, sesame allergy, was it?
Like, that's right. I, think there were sesame seeds, in the lunch they served that day. I had this, premonition that it was going to be a totally seedy day. Yes, indeed.
I see. Am I the only one who missed the boat here? Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping?
Like a little later, someone came into the room, real suddenly.
Do you know the time?
Maybe a little before 11 a.m., something like that, I think.
11 a.m.?
Yeah, my stomach is totally ready for, food.
No, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. I mean, what time was it when someone came into your room?
Oh, so, that's what you meant. You should have been more, clear about it.
Sorry, my bad.
No, it's okay. It's really...
That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence?
Did I? So, what was it talking about again?
Never mind.
Witness, about this person who entered the side room.
This person, though, my goodness.
It was oh my god, totally my sister.
Are you absolutely sure?
I guess?
You guess? Was it or was it not your sister who entered?
I don't know. I mean, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith.
First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child.
Wow.
But more than that, she managed to mess up the question with her answer. Well, Mr. Wright, the defense rests.
Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Mimi Miney? I, hadn't seen her in, so long. I was so happy in, a sad way.
You were happy in a sad way?
Yeah, I mean, Snapple time. But, maybe if I was, someone who didn't know about, the occult. But I, know all about the Curane channeling technique. The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, what she said.
Should I drop this line of questioning? I'm gonna question further. So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter?
No. There wasn't any reason for me to, think anything was strange.
But...
Ah! Don't keep badgering her.
You know the phrase, objection? Could you try using that once in a while? Mr. Wright, this question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister, is it really that important? Oh, I find it very important. It is very important, although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. But I've got to bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. Alright, Mr. Wright. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony.
Okay, I'm totally cool with that.
Oh.
I wasn't like scared at all, and like her costume looked totally like normal. Well, first let me like save,
And then, let me present the like evidence of what's not normal. So, someone coming in with a bloodied up costume is normal? I think not! That was a very well spun line, Miss Edie.
What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
It's well constructed, but that's all it is.
Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix?
Miss Miney, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance.
Like, yeah, and?
But I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this.
The blood spray.
Miss Miney, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted right off the bat. Ooh, she would have. She's a liar. Order, Miss Miney, what is the meaning of this?
Delicious hat.
Miss Miney?
I'm thinking, don't interrupt me.
Whoa. You saw that? She shocked. She showed her true side.
And what are you stammering about, Your Honor?
Well,
That witness, her personality did a complete 180 there.
Hey, Tag, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though.
First of all, calm yourself, witness. Like, I'm sorry, I, didn't mean to snap. Now hurry up with the testimony.
If you please. You're good with one extra O. Okay. The judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's gonna be. The next testimony, part 2.
Like, I was having a jelly donut, the side room was, kind of dark, you know? So, the costume is, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. And I, persuaded my sister it wasn't, right to do something like that. And then, I took my sister to the chamber.
Oh, come on, there's a bull pocky of lies. Yes, now I see. And you have given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood.
You think? Thanks, Gramps?
Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? Alright, I guess not. Very well, you may question the witness. Yay, questioning time! After the murder, part 2. Dose.
The side room was, kind of dark, you know? These jelly donuts are great, jelly-filled are my favorite, CB! They're my favorite!
Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room.
Don't put your subjective opinions onto this court.
Hello, Phoenix. So, what's going on? How's it going?
That's right.
Excuse me, but how's my statement any more subjective than Miss Miney's?
You are such a hopeless cause. Witness, you may feel free to ignore this trite little man. Okay.
Can't breathe. Let me out of here.
So, the costume is, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in.
You didn't see the blood?
Yeah.
And do you like this new game? I'm liking it. But she must have had the gun with her at that time as well.
That's,
It's really testing my voice acting. Are you going to tell me next that you didn't notice the gun either?
I, totally didn't. All I was looking at was, her face. Continue.
We're getting somewhere.
And I, persuaded my sister it was, something right to do something like that. But yeah, Phoenix, I, like this game. I really like this game. And what was your sister, Miss Mimi Miney, like at the time? Well...
Hey, Tiafatos, where's the onesie? Tiafados, let me tell you something about temperature right now. I'm wearing a panda, if that makes it better. If I wore that onesie, I'd be like this. I'd be like real hot, like real burning, like melting right now. So when it gets cooler, I'll bring it back, but it's like really hot right now. Might as well have the sloth right here, right?
Well, she was like totally flipped out because she just shot out the gray.
Do you want to know how many cases this game has? Somebody told me 4.
But I think like she knew. She like said she did something really bad.
Woozy. Instead of a onesie, it's a woozy.
And like she said she wanted to go with me to like apologize to Miss Morgan.
But by the way, Tiafathos, welcome to the stream. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. Haven't seen you in a while. Did Mimi's spirit really say all that to you? Yeah, that's right, 4 cases. I won the case of how many cases are in the game.
Like, yeah. And then, like, I took my sister to the chamber.
Sorry, your English died there. You meant to say I'm a wuss? How does woozy say, yo, how's your wuss translate to woozy? Yes, I'm a wuss, so I don't get heat stroke and get the paramedics inside my own room. Somebody will have to call the paramedics for me and be like, yeah, a sloth just fainted on stream. Can someone call the paramedics? What's the number for 911? I think it's 322. Was your sister calm by that time?
Like, I guess so. I guess maybe, like, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, like, made her feel a lot better. I like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The sooner the better.
She says with her whip at the ready.
And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know?
May I ask you one more thing, Miss Miney?
Like, sure.
Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place?
Something out of place? Uh-huh. Like, when do you mean?
When? When you... Oh, when you were going there. The thing you love about Phoenix Wright is the OST or the soundtrack. Music is great, like the music here, the trial music. Capcom killed it with the music. It's all great. I'm talking about when you were going into the chamber, of course.
Like, no, nothing strange.
She answered rather quickly. Now what? Let me press harder on that, though. Think harder. I know you can remember something.
I, like, totally can't.
By the way, everybody, just want to mention one thing. If you scroll down if you're on a computer, or if you're on your phone, if you go to the info tab, you can check out my new panels that I got newly done. I want to show off the new art that was shown down there, all in Paper Mario style. I just want people to see it. I love the art, and more people gotta see it. Phoenix, you hate Von Karma? There's something about the Von Karma family that you just don't like. I know, I agree. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Oh, thanks, Tiafathos. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the chamber, is that all important? Oh, very. I ask because it is very important. But at the same time, you love her? I know, I feel like that Francisca needs a redemption arc. Will it happen? Will Francisca get a redemption arc? Not that I know where I'm going with this. Very well. Miss Miney, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony.
Like, I don't get why, but okay. I, like, didn't see anyone on the way to, like, the channeling chamber.
Are you sure? Because while all of this was happening, this one's actually easy. You sure you didn't see a little girl? There was a little girl on the way there. You say that you didn't see anyone on the way to the chamber. However, that is impossible.
Like, what do you mean?
I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan's daughter, Pearl Faye.
Interesting, you have a semi-intelligent look on your face. So?
You hate Von Karma in this game but not in the next game? So what you're saying is, she comes back.
So, what about this child?
It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden.
The garden?
Yep. Which means anyone walking through the area would have to seen her. So, Miss Miney, what do you have to say to that? Oh my goodness! She turned into a freaking creepypasta for a second. Ooh. As the court can see, she's a bit of an airhead. I love airheads so much. The candy, though. Also, she was leading her sister at the time. Do you honestly think she would have noticed a simple child playing? Preposterous! It's not preposterous, and I can prove it. What a sort of foolish... There is no way someone walking along the winding way could have noticed Pearl. Could have not noticed Pearl. The urn! This urn is my proof. An old cracked clay pot? What is that going to prove? Do you know why it's cracked? It's because Pearl broke it, that's why. She broke the urn? Ugh! Well, if Pearl was not doing something important, it wouldn't matter if she wasn't doing anything important, but she was there in the middle of the winding way trying to fix a pot. Why? Why do I feel like you're about to ruin my beautiful day? 100 whips, 100 push-ups, and 100 miles. That's how Francisca stays in shape. This urn was broken around the time the channeling started. And Pearl was the one who put it back together. While sitting right in the middle of the winding way. Heading out, CB? Okay. See you later, Miss Miney. Francisca beast muscles. I can imagine, like, in the future, Francisca just keeps whipping and whipping until one day she becomes the equivalent of One Punch Man, one whip woman. Like, she just whips with one whip, and that's it, it's gone. One whip of a tree, that tree's gone. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Miney. You're a liar. You're a masterful liar. Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Miney, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course. The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? I'm gonna say there is no way. Your lies end here. What do you... The witness says that during the actual murder, she was sleeping in the side room. And I say that's not possible because there is clearly a contradiction here. A contradiction? No, like, I'm gonna need a dog because I'm, like, blind. Contradiction. Help me, Mia. I may have overreached on this one. Is there really a contradiction somewhere? Don't worry, you're on the right path, Phoenix. It might be a little hard for you to see the contradiction, but it's there. So just this once, do you want me to help you out? What happens if I say yes? I want to see what happens if Mia helps me out. Yes. Please, I need your help right now. Hold on, first calm down, Phoenix. Good. That girl, she slipped up with her words. Her words? If she really was in the side room the entire time, then she just testified about something she shouldn't have any knowledge of. And what is that? The rest is for you to figure out on your own. Mr. Roy, what is your answer? Oh, okay, time to add another bluff to the pile. The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible because there is clearly a contradiction here. A contradiction? Where's this contradiction? Where is this contradiction? I'm gonna say in the testimony. Earlier in your testimony, Miss Miney, you made the following statement. And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police.
So? Like, what does that, like, have to do with anything?
It's very simple. Miss Miney, how did you know that fact?
How?
I can see that Miss Faye was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could have not known that. Which means, Miss Miney, you did in fact go to the chamber. But you didn't go there by way of the winding way. I keep trapping myself in my hat. But look at the Manor Guide map. If one were to go between the side room and the chamber, one would have to use the winding way. Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I asked this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Miney, please answer the question.
Don't ask a question off a baseless assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you put it on the table, Mr. Phoenix Wright, whip crack, you might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix.
Yeah.
The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eenie Miney, so now is the time to prove it.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place?
Well, if she wasn't here, she couldn't have walked through here. She wasn't here, and she definitely was not outside the map clipping somewhere. She must have been in the chamber.
Miss Miney was here, of course. But that's the chamber.
Isn't that the crime scene?
That's right. Miss Miney was at the scene of the crime. Now we're getting somewhere. Order. That's why that is. Ah!
Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started.
Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple. Miss Eenie Miney was hiding at the scene of the crime.
I was hiding? Where was I hiding?
You mean all the times they were saying, oh, it's too dark behind here.
No one would be able to be behind here. She was behind the folding screen here, of course.
Behind the folding screen? No, she was in the candle.
Ugh! Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen.
See, you stupid jerk! Quit being so quick to pin it on me, slime ball. Now, Miss Miney, one so young as you shouldn't be saying, "Shut it, Gramps," as if you know exactly how old I am. I'm sorry. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this. We found out that Lotto was hiding in here, and there was a bullet hole in there, which means it's the clothing box. Miss Miney, how were you able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box.
Oh! That tiny little box? No person could fit in that.
Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. Lotta disproved you when she was hiding from me in it.
But that clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right. I was sleeping there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time.
Mr. Wright, do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime? Yes, I can with some evidence. And now I present the piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. The folding screen. Take a look at this box.
You're so stupid. As if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing.
What on earth?
Ugh! I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and sit there already.
There's a hole about 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before?
The folding screen, it had a hole at the same height.
That's right, I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Miss Miney, you were hiding behind the folding screen waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Order, order! So what you were saying... Ooh.
Then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Eenie Miney?
That is exactly what I'm saying. Miss Eenie Miney, you were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey. To masquerade as Maya Fey? She had a plan from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client.
No, stop! I can't stand to listen any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime.
Ooh, a mouthful.
It's not possible for one person to do it all by herself.
Correct. It really is impossible for one person to do all the preparations, that is.
Ah! Need I remind you the foolish receive no mercy?
Wait! Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct?
What? You can't be serious.
Miss Miney, you had an accomplice. And that accomplice is... the key... The accomplice was Morgan Fey, of course.
This person...
If it wasn't someone from Curaine Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fey household... Wow. And if it wasn't someone from the Fey... Wow. And if it wasn't someone from the Fey household, you wouldn't have that box to use.
Morgan Fey...
Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier? What do you have to say to this, Miss Miney? You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands. Do you deny it? Eat the hat. Eat it. I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other 2, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with a knife. Oh. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime.
But that's when something unexpected happened.
Unexpected? Yes. Oh, Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that is why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and... After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room? Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why, upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the chamber. Miss Miney, she immediately covered her own costume with blood. And pretended to be Maya Fey.
But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through.
Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fey chased us out.
Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here.
what is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind this murder. Oh goodness. What could it be? Who is that laughing at a time like this? Ah!
Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry, are you still by chance evolving?
What is it this time? Miss Von Karma, surely.
Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood will lose to something this petty?
What in the world?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area.
And that is...
If this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble?
Huh?
Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things?
Well, that's,
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, and one other thing.
She is not acting herself, though.
Why would Zini Miney want to kill Dr. Gray? Where is her motive? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say, too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive.
Motive. I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive now. What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? The reason you wanted Dr. Gray dead is this. Which one is the Dr. Gray one? Let's see. There is a reason she wants Dr. Gray dead. Phoenix, just calm down. Let me try to figure this out. I'm sure you know because you played it before. I haven't.
Ho hum. Is this a word search thing?
That was not the motive. What kind? There's only one reason. Only one. She has a motive. Oh, was it the car accident, though? Newspaper clipping, too.
Ha! Just as I thought. You bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix Wright.
Just great. Now even she's calling me by my full name.
You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death?
Yes. Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself.
Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing?
What do you mean by that?
Senile stupid Gramps? I'm, going to explain, so, please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I, wanted revenge, then I, wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, the guy that thought of the spirit thing was, Dr. Gray. It was, a total coincidence he asked me about it, you know?
She's back to her airhead persona. However, you see,
Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You failed to support your own theory. About the end.
I don't know, Phoenix, baby. That's how it always works? I don't know, don't know. I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What Miss Miney has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated, and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morgan Fate to cooperate with this plan. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point.
Just tisk. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place.
What happened? I thought I had her for sure.
See, it's just as I, told you. I'm, epic. I hope you liked your slice of humble pie.
Very well. I now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Eenie Miney. Come on, we've gotten this far, though. Wait! Yes, it's me!
Your Honor, please allow the defense one more minute.
All right.
You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix.
Mia?
Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a murder. But you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime.
Really?
Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There is a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it is also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion.
Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. If you want to say that you can prove Miss Miney had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide the reason?
Can I? Can I really do this?
I'll try. I'm not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what. I'm not very confident, so I'll save.
That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now.
I mean, the screen went black for serious mode. I guess the screen turning black is serious mode. I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Miney had a motive.
Too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination has already ended after all, like, duh.
Oh, holy heck, she whipped her.
Interesting. I will let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You're supposed to be on my side. Yvonne Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And I don't care if you are my witness, so help me, I will throw you out of my way. No way.
Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene.
Hey, wait a sec.
She's getting cut off. Nobody cares about her anymore. To be continued. It's not over yet. Whoa. This court is getting crazy. Sometimes you love her whip and sometimes not the most, and sometimes not. Who wants to get whipped by her? I don't know.
Is it really true? How about my aunt?
I'm afraid so, Maya. There is no way Eni could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your Aunt Morgan.
That's terrible. Why? Why would my aunt?
Everything is going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh, that was Francisca.
I'm Miss Von Karma. Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad. Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say, your own situation? Looking down on me, even though we're the same age.
Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering.
Not yet. I enjoy seeing you suffer, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
There's just something that really irks me about her face. That face really irks me. Phoenix, I'm sure you know because you played before. I have not. You don't have to prove that you played the game a lot. I get it. Just try to relax with the spoilers, please. But even if you do that, it won't bring your father back.
Oof. Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion, and then we'll know who the real winner is.
But it's not important for the game. But still, no need for spoilers. It's my first time playing through this. It's important to me.
I want to play the game, being
Shocked and surprised and everything. I want to see the judge's face when he goes, woo! Yes, Your Honor. Can you prove Ms. Inimani had a motive? Yes, I believe I can. Serious mode. Inimani and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection, and that is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Miss Miney, please testify to this court about your car accident last year.
Huh? I thought, you wanted to, ask about my, motive. I, don't see the point in, bringing up the past.
Miss Miney, if you please.
Okay. I totally don't think you'll do any good, but, I don't care.
Last year's accident. So I like the new zoom mode? Yes, I do! It made a lot of good moments.
That was, last year in May. Something really bad had happened at, my sister's clinic around then. And, the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving. I was, like, totally pooped too, so I, like, fell asleep in the passenger seat. And, like, we crashed. Well, I, like, woke up because of a jolt and, like, it was a sea of flames around me. I, like, opened the door and, like, got away.
She is a real mouthful saying like so many times. You don't have much time to test that mode. All you gotta do is press home twice, like quickly, like this, twice. And you get to zoom into the beard and see the cool effects of it. I think I've heard of this accident. It was all the talk in the tabloid shows day after day last year. Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister? Ugh!
Those were merely rumors, totally baseless gossip.
Yes. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness.
Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did in fact drug Miss Miney's sister.
Hey, Snapple Man, I haven't seen from you in a while. I haven't heard from you in a while, or seen ya. What's going on, Snapple? Welcome to my court case where I get a girl guilty for some reason. Oh, you mean you had not much games to use it? I think the only time I used the zoom feature was Phoenix Wright, just zooming in on people's faces and whatnot.
That was like last year in May?
But yeah, Snapple, how's it going? You doing alright? How's college going? Didn't some sort of medical malpractice happen at your sister's hospital then? Finals, that's why you've been busy, also your birthday's coming up. Whoa, happy soon-to-be birthday to you! And finals, yeah, I've been through that myself. Well, I hope you're not taken away from your studying time coming over here.
Yeah, like that was in May too.
Yeah, the zoom-in feature is very fun though.
Like the thing with all the patients dying was like May 2nd, and like our accident was like on the 24th.
2 accidents back to back. Do you assume it's just a coincidence? Oh, you're done. Hey, congratulations, Snapple, on finishing your finals. Shh, you know you want us to watch you. Tiafatos, come on, you're making me blush. You make it sound like I want people to watch me. Yes. Yes, everybody watch me now.
My sis was like totally tired, so that's why, duh.
Snapple's turning the big 1-9 tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow. Well, happy soon-to-be tomorrow birthday, Snapple Man, turning 19. And you're making me feel old. I'm 26, dude.
Like, something really bad happened at my sister's clinic around then.
By the way, Snapple Man, if you haven't seen the new Twitch panels I got, if you're on your computer, scroll down, or if you're on your phone, tap the info tab. Check out the new art that I got right there. It's all Paper Mario style. As it was me, I should use this mode when Phoenix points something as with his finger. Dot finger. Dot finger. Dot face. That was a malpractice incident where 14 patients died, correct?
Yeah.
What was the cause of the mistake?
Like, I heard it was the medicines, like, they got mixed up.
Was that the fault of your sister, Mimi Miney?
Like, no way. Dr. Gray, like, wanted to blame it on my sis. That incident has nothing to do with our murder here. Besides, the police report has already documented that it was entirely Mimi Miney's fault.
You like it? You always like Paper Mario art style? I was thinking for a long time, what kind of art do I want? And I realized, why not my favorite game, Paper Mario? And it works! It's perfect!
And like, the night of the accident, my sister was totally tired while she was driving.
This is the reason why I don't drive, because I feel like I'll get exhausted, fall asleep at the wheel, and end up in a Phoenix Wright game. She was totally tired. You mean exhausted?
Like, she had to talk to the police and like, was being investigated like every day. It was like a totally terrible situation.
You want to buy this game but your parents don't want to buy it? Ouch. Why they don't want to buy it though? You mean this game? The trilogy? They don't want to buy the trilogy? So then why didn't you ask to switch places?
Huh? Like, what are you talking about?
I meant switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her. Oh, I'm sorry, Phoenix.
But like, I don't like have a driver's license.
Why won't they buy it? Is it because of all the blood? The blood?
This is news to me. I was not aware you didn't have your license, Miss Miney.
They don't want to buy it. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony.
Like, okay, anyway.
Wait, she didn't have her license? Oh, you didn't... What do you mean you didn't have a license? We have your license photo right here! Miss Miney, that was a lame lie just now. You are, like, so lame.
Like, what do you mean?
I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. What is the meaning of this, Miss Miney?
That's right. Yeah, I had like a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident.
No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hottie, the creepy director guy. No, they just don't want to spend some freaking 30 euros. It's a I know it seems pretty pricey, but the amount of hours I've gotten on this game so far. Let me go to my profile. I'm on the second game. Already 30 hours. If you were to go by $1 an hour rate, it's already well worth the purchase. 30 hours or more, and I'm only on the second case of the second game. I feel like by the end of the third game, I'll get like double the hours after that. It's amazing. Director Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so. Tiafatos, if you want my friend code, it's right there. If you want to be my friend on the Switch, because clearly everybody wants to be. Clearly. It just goes on and on. I love your face.
What, are you talking about that perverted fake line director?
Yes, that perverted fake clinic director. And how did you know he was perverted? Ah!
No one cares.
I care.
Witness, when did you receive your driver's license? Like, last November.
What? November?
The accident happened last May. That's a half-year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix, Wright?
What in the... That's what happened, Mr... Did he just... The judge is making fun of my stammering. You're gonna go back to search my friend code when the live ends? You don't have any money nor HDMI ports for a Switch, so... Aw, poor Snapple, man. But I'm sure in the near future, you're gonna make the money, get a nice TV, and the Switch Pro when it comes out, when Nintendo announces it. So, if you can't buy the Switch, maybe win the Switch Pro when it's rumored to come out. The new and improved Switch. At the time of the accident, Miss Miney did not have a driver's license. But hold on, just let me check something real quick. Yeah, basically, if you want my friend code, just type in !FC. There's my friend code right there. The bots got my back. Ah! You already have a DVR box, Xbox One, and PS4 plugged in, so you don't really need any more? Oh. Wait, nah? Tiafatos? What do you mean, nah? Nah what? Crying my whoop will accommodate. Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers. You was wanting to be a sneaky bugger to get my code? Tiafatos, if you want to be a sneaky bugger, you gotta try better than that.
I'm like glad you get it, but like even if I had my license, I like don't think my sis woulda like let me drive. Ah! Don't just stand there to yourself. Not you too, Mia. With the whip and the pain and the ow. Wait, did she whip me? Did she whip me or did she use her friggin' hair, unhook that thing and went like, yeah? Miss Miney, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway? That's because...
I think the situation called... Oh no! Dun 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 dun. 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 I'll add you after the stream. I think the situation calls for more detailed testimony. Miss Miney, if you please. Here's something strange. Other than 5, there are no Metal Gear games on PS4, but there are 5 on Xbox One. I think it's mostly because I don't know what the reason is, but I feel like that since PlayStation had all the exclusives, Xbox gets a chance.
Like, around that time, I was, like, really close to getting my license. My sis was, like, this totally big fan of cars and, like, really valued them. She, like, had just gotten this really shiny bright red sports car. She, like, would say things like, "No way am I letting a noob drive my car, you noob." So, like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too.
But what's funny is Metal Gear was almost always a PlayStation exclusive. I did say that, yeah. And I just feel like they'll make more money if people on Xbox got it. But the thing is, there's one thing about the Xbox that the PlayStation doesn't have. The Game Pass. No, wait. PlayStation has PlayStation Now, but I mean, like, the Xbox One is very backwards compatible with Xbox 360 games. If the PlayStation 5 lets you play 4 and possibly 3 games, they would win right there. I just want a good console that's backwards compatible as much as possible. I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but yeah, I don't know much about cars either. All I know is that they drive, you turn them on, you turn the mirror, you look backwards when you go back, and you put the seatbelt on. If you don't have one, the police will hug you. In jail, with handcuffs. So what do you mean by really close?
Like, I had one of those permit things. I think that's what they're called.
Permit?
Wow, the big name lawyer doesn't know what a driver's permit is.
Well, this lawyer never had a permit.
Ah! Ignorance is to be whipped.
What is with her? All she said in the last few minutes is utter nonsense.
So, like, may I continue?
No, you may not.
My sis was like this totally big fan of cars and really valued them.
You can make a friend request with yourself with a 3DS. Be friends with yourself, why not? And they said it was never possible. Until now. She valued cars. How much would you say she valued her car?
Well, like, she'd flip out at like a drop of rain, and like, she would notice if someone like touched the car door with dirty hands.
In that case, why bother taking the car out of the garage ever? Why did she take such special care of the car?
How can you say that? It was a brand spanking new car.
New car?
Like, you wouldn't want to, like, get it dirty, would you, Mr. Lawyer?
I would think that cars getting dirty is just another fact of life, but I guess people who really love cars think otherwise.
Phoenix, try asking something of more significance, alright?
Well, Miss Miney, what kind of car was it?
She, like, had just gotten this really shiny bright red sports car. I can't say any brand names or we'll get copyrighted.
It was a new car?
Yeah.
Yo, Furnix, wanna be friends? Other Furnix, yes, why not? Furnix and Furnix, we're just shaking each other's hands. Hey, I'm shaking my own hand. That's right, Furnix, we're friends now. Forever. And you can't let go of your hands ever again.
She had, like, just gotten it. It was, like, from the UK.
The UK? Were those her boyfriend's initials? Yes, for United Kingdom, my boyfriend, the United Kingdom.
And it was a really special model. She had waited for a whole year for it to arrive.
I guess her love of cars would be the obvious next topic. I really don't know anything about cars, but I had a feeling this was bound to come up. Your Honor. Yes? Please have the witness append what she just said to her testimony. You mean the part about it being a special import car? Furnix and Furnix equals Furnix. Yes. Well, if you like cars that much then, that's not my point. Though, to be honest, I don't know what the point is either. Miss Miney, would you please fix your testimony?
Sure, whatever. My sister's new car was like a totally special model from England.
I yelled, hold it pretty forcefully, but I don't actually know what to ask about cars. Let's ask for the heck of it. I love that's an option. So yes, what am I supposed to pick for a topic? Let's start with this. Why are British cars good?
Like, huh?
They're expensive and their driver's seat is opposite to our cars here in the States. It would seem there is no benefit to owning one.
Like, huh?
This whole steering wheel on the right side thing is kinda goofy, isn't it?
You! What do you know? That sleek shape, the purr of the engine, the wild way it starts, and the smooth hearing, and the raw feeling, the cool breeze of the AC.
Oh, forgive me. Her personality really changes at the drop of a hat. Get it?
It's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by bit, we're beginning to see the real contradiction behind this case. She would say things like, no way am I letting a new drive my car.
Was your sister good at driving?
She was, totally awesome. She, said she was going to be the, racing queen of the nursing world.
You're out, Snapple. Alright, Snapple. Thanks for coming by. Somehow I think she bumped my question off track again.
So, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too.
And that was when the accident occurred, correct?
Yeah. I, immediately reached for the passenger side door and fled, in a daze.
Sounds like you had a terrifying time.
There's something very big here. It's gonna be hard to break apart such a natural-sounding testimony. But we have to attack it, and by doing so, a flaw will show itself. It has to.
Do you really think so?
Believe, there is a path, I know it.
Mia almost sounded like a prophet for a second there. She did say it was a UK car, and Phoenix did mention that the passenger side, that the driver's side is on the right. In the States, the wheel's on the left side, but in import car, it's on the right side. She kept saying she was on the passenger side door. But that means if it was a UK car, then she wasn't... Wait a minute. One, have fallen asleep at the wheel. See flames, half asleep, opened the right door and light got out. The right door! In a UK car! She wasn't a passenger! She was the driver! Miss Miney, do you remember this article? It's an article about the accident. You had said this in it. But I opened the right door and light got out. That's correct, isn't it?
Why are you suddenly asking me about that?
Your Honor. Which side is the passenger seat, the left or the right? Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver's on the left side. That would be if it were an American car, but it would be the opposite in a British car. Opposite? The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be the left side. What do you mean by this? Miss Miney, you said that you had escaped using the right side of the car. But if you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat. Order! An order in the court! Order!
Mr. Phoenix Wright is blabbering nonsense again. Amy said the person who was driving was her oldest sister, Mimi Miney.
That is what Amy said, yes. But that is where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions.
Phoenix, it looks like you finally found the real root of this murder.
If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Edie or Mimi? Who was really driving that night? And the answer is Eenie Miney, of course. Why would you say that? Ms. Eenie Miney just said so herself in a testimony. She said that she escaped the car from the right side door, which would have been where the driver's seat was.
I'm inclined to feel sorry for a foolish fool who foolishly spends his time foolishly. At that time, Miss Eenie Miney had not yet have received her driver's license.
And that is why the accident happened.
Hold it, Phoenix. It looks like you still don't see the real truth behind the accident.
The real truth?
Think outside the box. Isn't that what we always say?
Oh, wait, one more time. Wait. Mimi Miney was driving that night? The answer is the one person who had a driver's license, Mimi Miney. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive. But you just said the witness, Miss Eenie Miney, was the one in the driver's seat. Which leads us to the next question.
Next
question? Who was the person standing at the witness stand right now?
What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? This witness's name is...
I'll tell you what her name really is. This witness's real name is... Wait. Car accident. Clinic. Been there for a long while. No way. Mimi Miney, that is your real name.
Of all the foolish dribble! How do you explain her appearance?
This witness has severe facial burns when she was admitted into the hospital. So for the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeons used a picture.
Facial reconstruction surgery?
This is the picture she gave to her doctors at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister! No! But Mimi Miney, she died in the car accident. That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case.
Then the body they found at the crash site...
That was the body of the real Eenie Miney. Isn't that right, Miss Mimi Miney? No way. That car accident 1 year ago, the one who died that night was Eenie Miney. Her sister Mimi then stole her face and was reborn as Eenie. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Miney from existence.
Your Honor, I'm sure you can now see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray.
What do you mean? Ah!
What is the meaning of this nonsense?
Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Oh yeah, specifically the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Mimi Miney. However, that would not have been possible, because Mimi Miney was still in fact alive. And that fact would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted. So this witness had to stop that from happening. At all cost.
And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed. Whoa, Miss Eenie? I mean, Miss Von Kupper?
Why did you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness? That's right. I admit it. My real name is Mimi Miney. That quack doctor, he got what he deserved in the end. And I was so close to finally ditching Mimi too. So close.
But why? Why would you go so far as to throw away yourself? To become your own sister? I think I understand why. Mimi Miney wanted her old self to disappear because of this.
That's about the malpractice incident.
Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Mimi Miney. That's right, the person standing before us today. And a few weeks after this mishap, Mimi Mighty had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister.
The timing couldn't have been worse.
14 patients dying in that incident, and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear.
I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way.
She lost everything in the flames of that accident, her sister, and even her own face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister. Unbelievable. A plan beyond my wildest imagination.
That jerk. If only he hadn't thought of that channeling mumbo jumbo.
Mumbo jumbo?
Becoming Eni has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult. I hate it. I hate it all.
I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here, such as, why did Ms. Miney choose to go through with such a complicated plan? And why did Ms. Morgan Fay agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear. The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fey.
This is preposterous! I'm perfect! Me, Franziska von Karma!
Is she using her hat as a tissue? Now that you say it, I think she was. Ew. I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss Von Karma. How about you? It's gonna be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is.
And one more for good measure!
Holy heck! He died!
Phoenix, hang in there, Phoenix! Phoenix! This court is a fraud, a sham! Arrest her! Freaking arrest her! Why isn't anyone arresting that crazy woman?
Now then, it looks like it will be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness.
Arrest the freaking crazy woman that just whipped me 50 times in a row!
So I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict. Not guilty! Yay! I'm not there, I'm dead! I'm behind a freaking stand! That's bullpocky right there! Franziska should have been arrested! Oh, contempt of court! What the heck? Poor Phoenix! Is he up though?
Congratulations, Maya. Sis!
Oh, that's so sweet! That has a hat, a face cover pizza, and a tissue. It's everything.
It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? Sis! I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. A really bad dream. You know, sis, in my dream I smelled a really familiar scent. A familiar scent? I was inside that clothing box, right? That box. That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right.
Aww. There's still one thing I don't quite get.
What's that?
What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot.
I think Mimi Mighty had planned to open the door to the chamber herself. And then you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fey who just committed a murder.
She had a plan down to the smallest detail, huh?
Nick!
Congrats, Maya.
Thanks! Looks like you bailed me out of another jam.
Well, you know.
But I really don't want something like this to happen ever again.
Don't foreshadow something. I'm pretty sure something's gonna happen again. She said it. This game is foreshadowing something.
I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First my sister, and now my aunt. Hey Nick, tell me, Tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible.
Oh, is this another choose the right thing kind of question?
Why would she help me meet Miney with a plan like that? I just don't understand it, Nick.
Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be?
Nick, please, I need an answer.
The reason Morgan helped Mimi with her plan was... I'm gonna say for Pearl?
Pearly?
4 years from now, a new master will be born in Karain Village. And that person will be you, Maya.
And?
But if you weren't there, then the main family's bloodline would disappear. And what would happen then?
The Branch family. My aunt.
No, Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearls.
Ah!
Everything was done for her sake. It was all so that Pearls would become the next master.
Yeah, I can see that.
Did Maya say something just now? I think that she was saying, I thought so. She knew. She knew this whole time. Date and time unknown? Solitary confinement cell 13?
My precious Pearl, you're the only one suitable to be the master of Karain, dear child. I sacrificed it all for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder, and cooperated with that whip-happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying, witless main family girl, that Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come.
My goodness, this got real dark. So this means it's not the end of Morgan Fey. Turnabout Big Top? Okay, that sounds really weird. But we got another case to do, and we'll do that next time. Thank you all for coming to today's stream. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I'm gonna rest up my voice, get some food, cause I'm hungry. Thanks for coming, everybody. Until the next stream, adios.